Yo, what's up everybody? Dave here, Sailor Innovations. Today we're going to do a quick screen replacement on an iPhone SE 2nd generation. Quick note, side note here. The SE 2nd generation is the iPhone 8 with portrait, just so you know. So the same screen, the same parts, everything will work on it. So let's try to do this as quick as we can. It's a very close friend of ours. It's his primary phone. We definitely do not want to dawdle on this one. First, start with the pinna lobes, just like always, right here and here. Then, get those out. And see, having the heat mat makes it so much easier. Like if you do what I do, a heat mat is almost imperative, because this right here changes the game. Wedge tool, as always, by the home button. Up and at 'em. Your ribbon cables are on this side, the right side, looking at it. And it opens too, just like the 8 series. Well, just like anything past the 6 series. Like the book, from the side. So what we'll do, it's still real good and warm. We go around the side, just easing her on out there. Just like this. Now we got a good enough grip where we can get a hold of it. Yes, here. And we can wiggle it back and forth just very slightly to get the top gone. Sometimes you can kind of get a spudger here and get up and under it like this to push it away to start so you don't break it, because it's got little frame clamps right there. You want to wiggle, 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 and kind of ease it out. See here? Ease it out. It's down, up and under. See here? There it went. Now you can get a good look at her. See here? This phone has never been opened before, and you can tell because the adhesive is stringing like this. Apple goes through a pretty good process of making sure everything's glued down real well. So now what we'll do, open it back up. Phillips right away. We'll remove the battery plate shield. Well, that's not it. That's a Torx driver. Let's see. There it is. Same top handle. So basically I just remove the battery shield as always. Very first thing you do in any phone, folks, always disconnect the battery first. Because if you don't, especially in the iPhone 6, and you try to do it, well, basically anything, you will blow the backlight out. And then that's a rabbit hole you don't want to cross or go down until you have to. Let's see, and there's the 4 for that. I always like to get my best pair of sturdy but yet fine tipped tweezers, and then I'll get up and under it here. Let's see, there it is. 4 screws, 4 holes. There she blows. No pun intended. So anyway, disconnect the battery first and foremost, as always. Side note here, it took me a long time to learn this, but right here, if you could, on this battery cable, notice it's very different and smaller than the other ones. I've noticed the best way to do it, to disconnect it, is to get it right up and under it on the right hand side, up and under it. You can kind of pop it with the side of your fingernail and it'll go every time instead of trying to dig it out of there. So then I'll remove this. That's the screen, which is the LCD and the digitizer. And then, I forgot the top shield. And get that really quickly. 3 screws, they are kind of non-magnetic. And so you have to, excuse me, right there's the, yeah, it's in there. That's the top one. Then we have one more. And like I said, they won't hold a charge, these screws, because they're around certain parts. So what we do is we get it with the tweezers here. Get it out. There's 2, and then one more. This is the most delicate of the 3. What I always like to do, if you've got the bottom disconnected, so you can give yourself some room, see, if you know what you're doing. But there's always a way to wiggle or circumvent when you do what we do. So, and there she is. There's 3, and the shield. There she is, and 3. Make sure you lay your parts out in a descending manner. That way, when you put it back together, you can ascend back to it. See, you never know what part. You won't have to know what everything goes here, what screw goes there. You just know right where it goes. And there it is. That's the screen off of it. So now, really quickly, what we're wanting to do is test the new screen on it, which is right here. Because I don't know what happened with the screen. I didn't ask. He just said he dropped it, it messed up, and that was that. I said, okay. And it wouldn't come on, so it felt like it was trying to. So we'll see what happens here if I can ever get it out of this plastic. So, and there she is. So really quickly, what we'll do is test the ribbons really quick, get them plugged in.